Big news, Baltimore cruisers. Royal Caribbean's beloved Vision of the Seas is sailing away from Baltimore, Charm City, for possibly the last time. It's going to be sailing away in October of 2026. We're extremely bummed about this, but don't worry because today we are exploring your best cruise alternatives from nearby ports. Let's talk about it.
Monkey love, oh monkey love, travel. Packing bags, let's hit the gravel.
Welcome to Monkey Love Travel. My name is Jason, and thanks for tuning into the channel today. We are just going to be talking about the Royal Caribbean's Vision of the Seas, leaving Baltimore for possibly the last time, and what alternatives we have for you. Okay? So, for years, the Vision of the Seas has been an incredible and, convenient option for us here in the DMV, Pennsylvania, and beyond. It's an easy drive, great itineraries. So, what happens when she leaves? Where do we go for that easy cruise getaway? Well, the good news is you still got amazing options, all within a reasonable drive or a train ride. We're going to break down those closest ports, the cruise lines sailing from them, and what kind of trips you can expect. So, your first port, and arguably the closest port, is going to be Baltimore itself. The Carnival Pride will still continue to have a mix of itineraries sailing out of Baltimore. And in 2027, Carnival has confirmed that they will be bringing a Conquest class ship to Baltimore to take the place of the Pride. The Pride will move on to call another port home. They have not yet announced which Conquest class ship will come to Baltimore, but they have confirmed that in 2027, Conquest class ship new to Baltimore will be arriving. Port number 2 is going to be Cape Liberty, New Jersey, which is Cape Liberty, New Jersey, Bayonne, New Jersey. It's about a 3-hour drive from Baltimore or a 2-hour train ride. We actually are going to be sailing out of Bayonne, New Jersey in December for our New Year's cruise, and we are taking the 2-hour train ride to get there. Royal Caribbean has a huge presence here with some of the biggest and newest ship offerings. Royal Caribbean has a huge presence here. Some of their biggest and newest ships offering Bahamas, Bermuda, Caribbean sailings. Celebrity also cruises out of Bayonne, New Jersey. It's like I said, it's approximately a 3-hour drive or a 2-hour train ride. Port number 3 is just a little bit further up the road, and that's going to be sailing out of New York City, Manhattan, Brooklyn Terminal. This opens up a ton of cruise lines like Norwegian, Carnival, MSC, and Princess. Again, it's roughly a 3-hour drive, or you still can take it down a 2-hour train ride. And when I'm using these times, I am, going from Baltimore. You may come from a different location, so the timing will need to be adjusted for, your location. Port number 4, heading south a little bit, don't forget about Norfolk, Virginia. While not as many sailings as the northern ports, Carnival Cruise Line has locked the port down pretty well. As of right now, Carnival is the only cruise line sailing out of Norfolk, so it does offer limited availability and limited itineraries, but still a fantastic option to replace, the Vision out of Baltimore. It's probably about a 4.5-hour drive from Baltimore, maybe closer depending on where you're coming from. For port number 5, this is going to be a brand new port. Well, at least a brand new port for the past 15 years. Starting in April of 2026, you will now be able to sail out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So again, heading north and starting in April of 2026, Norwegian Cruise Lines will be sailing out of Philly. It's been nearly 15 years since any cruise line has sailed out of Philly, I know they're excited to have Norwegian back. We're excited for the possible option. They will be doing exclusive sailings to Bermuda to start, and as time goes on, they'll be adding another ship with select itineraries. So be sure to look for that as an available option starting in April of 2026. So for your quick recap, you're going to want to do Bayonne for the big royal ships, New York City for the variety, Norfolk for Carnival, and potentially closer Bahama runs, and soon now Philadelphia for Norwegian. When choosing, think about your preferred cruise line. How far are you willing to drive or take a train ride? And, also think about the the costs of maybe tolls and the parking it's going to need for that cruise terminal. Many of us love Vision of the Seas for the Bermuda runs and the trips to Canada, New England. The good news is you can still find those similar itineraries with the ones these cruise ports that I've mentioned, especially Bayonne and New York. You won't miss out on those stunning destinations. And for Bermuda, you're going to have exclusive sailings out of Philadelphia starting in 2026. Cruise lines usually release their itineraries 18 to 24 months, out. So actually now would be an excellent time to start looking for those cruise deals for late 2026, early 2027. If you would like assistance or help with those bookings, please feel free to contact us. That's what we're here for. So, Baltimore Cruisers, are you sad to see the Vision go? Are you looking forward to new opportunities? If so, please comment down below. You know, let us know what you think of this. Is this video helpful? Are we missing information that you would like? Please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more cruise tips and reviews. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will get notified when new content comes out. Now we're very sad to see Vision leaving Baltimore, but we are excited for the new opportunities to see what Baltimore has in store in the future. New adventures are honestly just a short drive away or a short train ride away. Just want to take a moment to say thanks for watching, and until next time, seize the day.
Monkey love, oh monkey love, travel. Pack your bags, let's hit the gravel.